What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. So here we are, February the 7th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. With that said, let's get right to it. So futures are very much green, so that's definitely a good sign for today. Fear and greed index is currently at 73, so that is maintaining, meaning the broader market does want to propel stocks higher. There isn't really any data points coming out that could disrupt the broader market, and as I've said in previous videos, this whole week it's going to be dependent on two things, one of which is earnings. So these are some of the companies unveiling their earnings this week. Snapchat unveiled their earnings yesterday. Wasn't necessarily the best. Alibaba this morning as well. Aside from that though, it's just going to be the company's technicals. So that's what is going to be moving stocks this week. But starting off though, Sofi. Sofi is currently up 0.45% pre-market. No news today. As far as SEC filings, there was one yesterday around noon. So obviously I didn't really talk on that in the morning, but it was a Form 144, which did signal that there was another director wanting to sell roughly around 12,000 shares. And I don't really know what's up with that. That wasn't really addressed during their recent earnings because there was quite a lot of these kind of scenarios, as you can kind of see right here, a lot of 144. So a lot of directors just selling for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Of course, it doesn't really influence the stock price, a director selling, but it's just not a good look, in my opinion. But once again, it is what it is. As far as data points, though, looking here, shorts are returning around 56,000 shares, 13.69% of the free float is being shorted, 124.86 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow average is 1.06%. If you are looking at trading this, though, with it at $7.85 pre-market, it is still trading between this S1 and the pivot. So $8 is going to be a very strong resistance, and that's brought on by the options. Second one will be this pivot point of $8.28. But with the broader market really wanting to go up, I feel like Sofi definitely could be testing that $8 range today, or potentially even this $8.28 depending on external factors. Moving on though, looking at Palantir. So Palantir had a pretty epic day yesterday, up 30.8%. And as I said, even in my pre-market video, 21 is going to be that kind of key point and pivot point for Palantir. I didn't really see enough justification for it to be above that, and coincidentally, that's where it did land. But pre-market so far, it is pulling down a little bit, so 1.69%. As far as shorts, they are increasing around 94,000 shares, 6.15% of the free floats being shorted, and 119.17 million shares overall are being shorted. And looking right here, if you are looking at trading Palantir, just to zoom out a little bit, with it at $21.47 pre-market, it's just you want to watch this 21.06 to hold, so this R1. But technically, if it does hold, then it could have enough momentum to continue to around this $24 range. Like I already said, the fear and greed index right now is up, the futures are up, so potentially I guess Palantir could have a secondary run. I also want to talk on good old Alibaba. So they did unveil their earnings, and I feel like a lot of people were really watching Alibaba very closely because there was a lot of recent insider purchases, or I guess possibilities of that, but it is down 4.06% pre-market. This is what they do. I'm pretty sure a lot of the companies I've talked on so far are very much well known, but this is what Alibaba does do in case you do not know, so the company profile. But aside from that though, if you're looking at trading this with it currently at $75.25 pre-market, it's currently trading between this pivot and this R1. So this 75.67, you'll want to watch for it to rebound above that, hopefully. If not, then anticipate 71 to be touched. As far as shorts, they're kind of not doing all that much, but like I signaled yesterday, like Alibaba's not heavily shorted. So 1.29% of the free float being shorted, 74 thousand shares are being returned. So it is what it is. Alibaba has a lot of external fears brought on by China. I don't really feel like a lot of that's justified. And as I brought up yesterday, if you think about it, over the last 5 years, Alibaba is down 54%. That is crazy. So if you're looking at a good long-term play, that's linked maybe to China, then Alibaba might be where it's at. Moving on, Snapchat. So this one is down 30.49%. In my opinion though, I feel like this was more of a assumed sell-off. I did actually buy some puts on Monday for Snapchat. So again, I think a lot of people, well, at least I was under the impression that their earnings was going to be a complete bomb. This is what they do, in case you do not know what Snapchat is or whatever else. As far as what shorts are doing, they're currently increasing around 6,000 shares. Oddly enough, I would have anticipated Snapchat's short interest to be a little bit higher. I've never really looked at Snapchat though, but 8.8% of the free float is being shorted, 91.5 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost of borrow average is 0.56%. So in case you are new to the channel as well, the reason why I bring this up is more of a benchmark, not obviously to say that these stocks are squeeze plays by any means. And Snapchat, if you are looking at trading this at $12.12, it is below all the key pivot points. So $13.70 is going to be that next strong support. So with it below that, you might see a quick value rally, potentially pushing it closer to that range. But technically, if it does stay below this 1370, then you can kind of anticipate it to trade roughly between this these 2 points, so this S1 and the pivot. So $10.39 and then $14.23. So let me know your thoughts on that. And finally, Roblox. So they did unveil their earnings this morning, I believe, and it is up 11.1%. This is what Roblox does. Once again, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do generally know what they are all about. As far as what shorts are doing, they're not doing all that much, but then again, 3.91% of the free float is being shorted, so it's not a heavily shorted stock by any means. If you are looking at trading this though, with it at $44.80, it's trading between this R1 and this R2. So $44.96 is going to be something which technically it broke above, but you'll want to watch for that to really hold. So potentially if it does stay there, then it could go up to around 47, especially with the broader market wanting some good reason to push stocks higher. So let me know your thoughts. Obviously, a lot of the stocks that I did talk so far this morning have linkage to their recent earnings, whether it be this morning, yesterday, or whenever. So I don't know. I feel like that definitely is a good sign of value for a lot of these stocks, such as Roblox. They did beat on their earnings per share and revenue. Snapchat did very much lose on their revenue. They did gain on their customers or their members, I do believe. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. What stocks are you watching this morning or potentially trading? Like I said, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for an account with me, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, so this is one of the best deals in the market. Take advantage of this while you can. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.